Hi lovelies, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to show us a quick one on how to make this beautiful gown. For this dress, we need the bodies and also like a 4 layers. The first part of the skirt will be more of like a shape, and also the next one will be a gathered layers. That is the 3 step we are having there. And the bodies in a princess that tools needed, which include a pattern paper, a wording for padding, and also a lining, which will serve as interface. But for this tutorial, I'll be using the pattern paper and the lining. Now I placed my pattern on the fabric to like cut it out, and here I'm trying to include a sewing allowance of half of an inch, which will serve as joining for the fabric. So the next thing I did was to take my pattern paper and staple it together to achieve the back side. So for this side, that's the zipper allowance. That's the difference between the front and the back fabric. Next thing I did was to cut it out. So here what I'm trying to do is to achieve a zipper bulge, that is to avoid a zipper bulge. So I came up by half of an inch, then slant it towards the waistline. So then cut it out. Then take it back to the sewing machine to join both the front pieces and the back pieces with the interface, that is the lining of the front pieces and also the lining of the back pieces. So afterwards, here's the result. Then the next thing I need to do right now is to join both the front and the back fabric together. And to achieve this, I'm going to join it at the shoulder point by half of an inch. Then also join the side seam with the sewing allowance, join at the shoulder line, then also join the front and the back side seam together by 1 inch allowance, and also do the same thing for the other side. Join at the shoulder line and also the side seam. So afterwards, here's the result of it. So the next thing I need to do is to take another fabric to cut a short skirt, which will serve as the first layer to join at the bodies, that is the half length. So here is just like a normal basic, that is the waist circumference divided by 4 plus the seam allowance we would like to include, and also to measure the hip line and divide the circumference by 4. So the hip line here is 5.5 and the circumference of the hip is 6, that is divided by 4, which is 6, and also include the seam allowance. Divide my hip circumference by 4 and also add the seam allowance. Here I'm trying to measure the length of the short skirt, which is 8, and I'm going to include 9 as the total circumference of what I'll be working with, like a shape skirt. So the next thing I did afterwards is to join both lines to get the vertical lines together and cut it out, and also take it back to the sewing machine and join both front and the back side together. The difference between the front and the back skirt is the zipper allowance. So afterwards, the next thing I will need to do is also to join it at the waistline. So after sewing, this is the result. So the next thing I need to do right now is to take the first layer of the skirt and attach it to the half length, and we can as well finish the skirt before joining. And also we need to like notch the middle point. So yeah, what I'm trying to do is to measure around the circumference of the first layer of the skirt which we are having, then multiply it by 2 and make a gather stitches for the next layer. Try to use a bias for the line. We can as well use a whipping, but in this tutorial I use a bias. So the next thing I need to do is to take it back to the machine and also make a gathers form of that circumference of the first layer of the skirts. after making a gather stitches, the next thing I need to do is to place it on the first layer and take it back to the sewing machine and sew it by half of an inch. So the next thing I need to do also to calculate the circumference of the second layer of the skirt and also multiply by 2. Then make a basic sleeve, join at the back and also include my zip. Dinners lovers, new subscribers, returning subscribers, I appreciate you all. Thanks for watching.